Racking it down from the top, the negatives of drinking: hangover, anxiety, blacking out, getting in fights with my partner, making a fool of myself in front of my bosses, getting in fights with all of my friends and my best friends, saying stupid shit that I would never say, but I said it because I was drunk, acting way too loud and embarrassing, eating like shit when I'm hungover, eating like shit when I'm drunk, losing all of my desire to want to accomplish any of my goals or anything that I said I would do, not having the energy next day when I'm hungover to go to the gym, making plans at night when I am fucked up and then not actually following through with any of the plans, bailing on plans because I'm too hungover and I'm not able to make it, having kind of a shitty memory, spending a ridiculous amount of money on like one frickin' drink at the bar, like $12 for one drink at the bar, losing my wallet, losing my keys, losing my stuff when I'm out and about because I just am drunk and I don't know where I put it. General health problems that come from drinking in general from many years of doing it. Getting in physical fights at the bar. No, I've never done that, but I have friends that have and ex-boyfriends who have. I would fight somebody, don't get me wrong, but it's not happened for me. Driving drunk, tons of money spent on ordering Ubers or Lyft or whatever I'm doing to get the freaking home. Hooking up with people that I don't want to hook up with. The other things I do because I'm drunk, like other drugs or having other substances that I take in because whatever, I'm effed up. Sleeping until noon the next day because I'm so freaking tired. Being depressed as shit because I'm hungover and anxious and sad and lonely and need company. The amount of money I spent on antidepressants over 9 years to not feel sad and lonely and need company when I'm hungover and having anxiety. Spending hours and hours and hours of time with people partying that I realize don't actually care about me. They were just there because I was partying and I was there because they were partying, and that was the only reason we existed in that space. Taking time away from hanging out with people that actually do care about me to hang out with people that really don't care about me whatsoever and we have nothing in common. Making decisions in the moment that sound great when I was drunk and turn out to be awful. Eating everything in the kitchen because I'm so hungry when I'm drunk. Eating everything in the kitchen the next day because I'm so hungry when I'm hungover. Domestic violence cases, not great. Drunk texting, not great. Crying in public, not great. My skin looks like shit when I drink because it's literally draining all of the water from my body and my soul. Not remembering what I said the night before or who I offended. Having brain fog and anxiety for the next 3 or 4 days after the first day when I was already hungover as hell. Overall, just feeling kind of lonely and disconnected the day after drinking. And kind of to sum it all up, pretty much losing a lot of dignity for myself after all of the negatives that compound and what that does for my self-image. Okay, guys, so now that we've gone through some of the negatives of drinking, I want to go through some of the negatives of not drinking now that I've had about 3 or so years since I decided to stop drinking. I stopped drinking when I was about 25 or 26 or so. I drank before that since I was 13 up until 25 or 26. So yes, I have a lot of experience. And no, I didn't actually really want to stop. It's another story for another time. But now that I have that space, I can actually see now the negatives of what actually it is to not drink. Sometimes feeling a little bit distant from people who do drink all the time, and that's a big part of their lives. Feeling that separation is something that sometimes comes up, more so in the beginning when I was getting familiar with my identity of not drinking, but that would be the first one. Honestly, I just sat here for 5 minutes thinking about the negatives, really trying to figure it out what they are. That is the only one that I can think of that came from not drinking. Yeah. Okay, so with that said, though, here are some of the negatives that I thought were going to happen before I decided to stop drinking. I thought that I was going to have no friends, that I wasn't going to have any fun, that life would be boring, that people would judge me, that I would be considered like weird. Basically, that I was giving up something that was like so important, and how could life possibly be the same and be fun? Well, you guys, like for me, that's just absolutely turned out to be not the case. And I feel like I have to share that with people because I would have really appreciated this content when I was considering this idea of not drinking. Like I said, the only thing is sometimes feeling a little bit distant from people who do drink a lot because that's not a lifestyle that I can relate to anymore. But frankly speaking, they probably feel distant from me anyways. And at the end of the day, like we just don't probably have as much in common as maybe I would with other people. So it doesn't really matter. And I believe that as a society, we are stuck in this system that is feeding us alcohol and making us believe that it must be there for us to have a good life and to have fun. But for me, when I decided to stop drinking, my life completely turned around 180 and everything improved 1,000%. So I feel compelled to share this with people because you don't have to be falling apart to decide to stop drinking. Society just makes us feel like it's abnormal to not drink and that it's normal to drink. But in reality, now that I have space, it's freaking weird that society normalizes alcohol as much as it does. So guys, if you like this video, please like it so other people who are considering this idea of not drinking can see it and the algorithm can get it out there. Any comments or any questions, go ahead and drop them down below. If you're considering this lifestyle yourself, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching and I really do look forward to next time. Thank you again. See ya.